All right. This is summer at SAC, and we're traveling all across the campus, even though we're not physically there, and meeting great people and learning about what they're doing in their part to help students, because it's all about student success here at San Antonio College. And today I'm joined with Tammy Micallef of the Victory Center and Veterans Affairs. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you today, Mustard?
Oh, doing good. It's a beautiful day outside.
Absolutely.
And see, we're not at campus, but I like your virtual background because that is the grand stairwell right there in the Victory Center.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a display of all of the service flags, the U.S. flag, the state of Texas flag, and as well the prisoners of war flag displayed in our front atrium. It's a very pretty backdrop.
Nice. So we just had Memorial Day, so a very special day in the hearts of veterans that have served. And let's talk a little bit about Memorial Day and the difference of Memorial Day versus Veterans Day.
Okay. Well, Memorial Day is actually a holiday where we remember our fallen military service members, those who paid the ultimate price for the freedoms that we enjoy as United States citizens. And Veterans Day is the day that we remember people who are like me, that served in the military, and we're still here to talk about it.
Sorry about that. I had a train going by. We are live. So definitely, you know, it is unfortunate how we see Memorial Day has become kind of, you know, a day of really breaking social distancing and going to the river and things like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's remember our fallen heroes. Also, so the Victory Center you're in charge of and Veterans Affairs. So the Victory Center, unfortunately, along with the rest of the San Antonio College campus, is closed.
Yeah.
But we are still having services going on the Veterans Affairs side of it. You know, it's not stopping us, is it?
No, absolutely not. We are turning and burning. We're busier than ever. We're breaking record registration numbers this semester so far for summer. So we've almost hit our goal, and we will very soon surpass our goal for number of students registered this summer.
And why do you think that is?
Well, you know, I guess because people aren't working, so they have more time to get back to school. And maybe it's, you know, they have the benefits that are there. They now have the time on their hands to actually take advantage of using those VA education benefits and getting back to school to add a new credential to their toolbox and maybe look for some new opportunities once this is all over.
Now, let's talk about veterans and the term veterans and who applies and who can actually take advantage of the resources and benefits available from Veterans Affairs.
Okay, so in our department, you know, of course, we are housed at the Victory Center, the Veteran Affairs Department. We actually don't only serve veterans. We do serve all military affiliated students on campus. We take care of active duty service members and their spouses and children. We take care of veterans. We take care of the spouses and children of veterans who are eligible to use VA education benefits. And even if we have family members that are not entitled to any benefits, they're still welcome to take advantage of the services that we provide out of the SAC VA department. And we cover our primary functions. We have two very, very robust primary reasons for being is our academic advising program. I have a team of 7 academic advisors and a team lead who take care of all of the academic advising for all of those military affiliated students. And my second team, equally as important, is our school certifying official team. And those are the folks, a team of 4, they actually take care of processing all of the benefit paperwork to get our students their various stipends and allowances.
Okay, so 7 academic advice. So all of these, you know, students that you serve, they get advised through the Veterans Affairs, not through the
Yes.
regular advising.
Right, right. We take care of them at the Victory Center. So my advisors advise across all of the institutes. I do have certain advisors that are assigned to certain institutes, but they are jacks of all trade and masters of none because they all have to know a little bit about all of the institutes. So they stay really busy with all of our students.
Wow. And about how many did you have this past semester for the spring?
In the spring, we were just over 1,900 students that we served out of SAC VA, out of the Victory Center. Our advisors were very busy.
Wow. And so advising, going, right now, registration for the spring, not spring, the summer semesters is open, fall semester. Are there walk-ins available? How do they set up an appointment?
So we're doing things a couple of different ways. Primarily, they're going to set a Zoom appointment with their advisor. We do have some students who are not necessarily as technical savvy as others, and so they find it difficult to use Zoom. And for those folks, we take care of them via telephone. So we have telephone appointments. They can call our main phone line at 210-486-0111 to schedule an appointment with their advisor, either through Zoom or through a phone call. We also have been having some hours where we have virtual walk-ins. And so we're hosting a Zoom room. For example, we did that last night on our extended student success hours from 5 to 7. We have a couple of advisors who go into what is it's a breakout room so that there's still privacy between them and the student that they are working with. And the students come in, we'll have a staff member manning our virtual lobby. We let the students in and then we assign them into a breakout room when their turn is, when it's their turn, when the advisor's ready to see them. And they go in, get taken care of, and they leave. And then we take in the next one. So, we've done that now every Tuesday evening and every first Saturday, but starting next week, we'll be working on our summer hours. So summer hours for us will look like 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock in the evening. And we will be publishing, we will be doing some virtual walk-ins on weekdays, 2 mornings and 2 afternoons. So students can either come in for virtual advising as a walk-in, or they can schedule an appointment with their advisor. If they know their advisor's email address, they can go ahead and email them directly, or their phone number, and they can call them directly, or they can call our main office line at 210-486-0111, or they can email us at our office email, which is sac-va@alamo.edu.
Wow. And so it's really sounds like a one-stop shop for veteran students. That is awesome. That is amazing.
So when Dr. Vela hired me about 2.5 years ago, he said, Tammy, we want a one-stop shop for our military students and our veterans. So what can you do for us? So at the time, we only had the advising and the certifying officials. Since then, we've added a team of tutors. So we also do have tutoring available for our students. And right now that's also via Zoom. If they go to our webpage, which is alamo.edu/SAC/veteran affairs, they can get the information for our tutoring hours. They can email our tutors and schedule a Zoom appointment for some tutoring. Right now in the summertime, we're going to have 2 math tutors and 1 English tutor. And in addition to that service, we also have a transfer and career center. So with our transfer and career center, we help students apply for their benefits from the VA. We help them get all the documents they need and get ready to start school. We also help them transition out of school. And we have a large cadre of university advisors that work with us. So we have university advisors that come in from Our Lady of the Lake, UIW, A&M San Antonio, Angelo State, UTSA, UT Health Science Center, St. Mary's, Texas State, and then we also have Grand Canyon in Phoenix, Arizona. They come and they do transfer advising for our students usually when we're on campus, but while we're not on campus, what we're working on is putting together a virtual transfer fair for our students so that they can still get some advising from those universities. We also have a strong contingent of community partners that we work with. We have disability claims representative. We have the Birdwell Foundation on PTSD. We have the Pink Berets that help our women. We have the Vet Success on Campus representative who is a VA employee. And we also have a second VA employee, a case manager in the Veterans Integration to Academic Leadership Program. So we have a whole one-stop shop. You're right, Mustard.
Wow. And these other organizations that you work with there at the Veterans Affairs, it's crucial. I think, you have people coming back from overseas and training and stuff. And, even the average day citizen is not a paperwork wizard. So to have these organizations come in and be able to help them with that paperwork, it's crucial. Even doing your taxes can be problematic for some of us.
Oh, absolutely. And when it comes to submitting the paperwork for those disability claims, there are so many T's to cross and so many I's to dot. It's really nice to have somebody who specializes in that and who understands the language that the VA is looking for to help those veterans. They have to go through their whole medical record and try to figure out every little thing that they did while they were serving on active duty that could very well contribute to a percentage of that disability rating, and it can be quite significant for a veteran to be declared 100% disabled. For example, if we have a veteran who's 100% disabled, their family members, their spouse, and all of their children then become eligible for an education benefit called the Dependents Education Assistance Program, and that is Chapter 35. And that benefit pays a monthly stipend of about $1,500 to $1,700 for 36 months to those students as they go to school. So that's a significant amount of money. Another thing that happens when we have service members who are disabled, veterans who are disabled at 100%, is the state of Texas has a benefit called Hazelwood Exemption. And the Hazelwood Exemption will exempt up to 150 hours of tuition and fees for students at a public institution. So the veteran could then have their own 150 hours. And if that veteran is 100% disabled, their spouse and children would then become eligible for their own 150 hours. So having Al Lopez here with us from the Disabled American Veterans Organization working on disability claims for our students is a big plus. And I don't think there's another college or university in Texas, and maybe not even in the country, that offers that service to their students.
Oh my, wow. That's a lot. Now, the 150 hours, I know when students come in, we try to get them into a major so they can go towards, getting the degree. For veterans, the 150 hours, are they put into that same mode, having to choose a major, or do they get to, taste a little over here, taste a little bit over here, and get a feel for it?
Well, we have to be frugal with the way we handle that benefit because it is an exemption and the college doesn't receive funding from the state for all of those tuition and fee dollars that are being exempted. So we do, state law does require that the students are following a degree plan. Now it gives them 150 hours, and that's 5 years of full-time education. If you think of the fact that 30 hours in a year, in an academic year, is considered full-time. So they can go to school for 5 years. They can earn their 2-year degree here at SAC and in conjunction with all of our Alamo colleges. And then they can go on to a university, get their bachelor's degree. And if they're taking a master's program at a public institution, they can even, start working towards that. So that 5 years worth of benefit, that's a huge, huge benefit from the state of Texas. Now, that Hazelwood, like I was saying, there's 4 different kinds. So there's the veterans own Hazelwood, There's the spouse and children get Hazelwood if the veteran is 100% disabled, or if the veteran was deceased, killed on active duty, killed in action, missing in action, or deceased as a result of a service-connected injury or illness. And then there's also a fourth kind of Hazelwood, and that's called the Hazelwood Legacy Program. That's where the veteran can transfer their Hazelwood benefit to their child, dependent child, who is under the age of 26. And so if the veteran hasn't used their own Hazelwood and they're not disabled, they can give their hours to their child if they want to. Now, only one child can use that veteran's Hazelwood at a time, and the child does have to be under the age of 26 on the first day of the semester to be eligible to use the benefit. But it's a great benefit.
Wow. Lots of rules with all of these, I would imagine.
There are so many rules. And I mean, even the one thing that I am remiss and I didn't say about the Hazelwood is that if a veteran is going to use their own Hazelwood, they have to prove that they are not eligible for the post 9/11 GI Bill, because the federal law requires that post 9/11, or I'm sorry, state law requires that post 9/11 GI Bill be exhausted before they could start using the Hazelwood. And so then, you know, we kind of get into all of those different VA education benefits. And of course, the post 9/11 GI Bill is the most common one that we see. And it is the one riddled with the most intricate rules and details of all. But really, to qualify for the post 9/11 GI Bill, students serve their time on active duty. How long they serve is what determines the percentage of that benefit that they're eligible for. So they could be eligible for 100% if they served for 3 years, 90% if they served for 30 months. So it kind of is a little bit, you know, if there's a sliding scale for the percentage. That benefit pays their tuition and fees. It pays them a yearly book stipend of $1,000, and it pays them a monthly housing allowance. And in San Antonio, that's about $1,575 a month for the post 9/11 GI Bill if they're going to school full time. Full time is determined by how many hours they're taking and how long the semester is. So the number of weeks in the semester. And then there's all kinds of other crazy rules, things about they have to take a brick and mortar class in addition to online classes in order to get paid their full benefit. They can't go strictly online and get their full benefit for that housing stipend. And so a lot of students were really scared when we went to this remote operation because of the COVID-19. But rest assured, Congress came to the rescue and got an emergency law put into place where even though the courses are being taught remotely, if they were designed as a brick and mortar class, as a classroom face-to-face, they're still being paid as if they were going to school, even though they're going to school by Zoom. So the only time that online comes into play is if the student was taking 100% of their classes on Canvas, 100% of their hours in a class that was designed as an online class initially, right? But because we shifted those to remote and we're doing it by Zoom, it's just like we're in the classroom, except for, you know, we're all in our own little room together in the classroom. So that was a big relief for us working with the students and for the students who are relying on those benefits.
And you know, and I know we're talking about restrictions and rules and everything, and in no way is this to discourage anyone from going and seeing you all. Just, you know, be aware, but also be aware that there are organizations that will help them through this.
Absolutely. So we have, like I say, all of our community partners, folks that are dealing with PTSD and need help with that. We have the Birdwell Foundation. They can call 830-822-2563, or they could go on the website and take a look at birdwellfoundation.org. And then again, for the ladies, we have Pink Berets, and our representative there is Miss Juanita Sepulveda. Her number is 210-569-4095, or she could be reached by email at juanita@thepinkberets.org. And oh, I forgot to say, our wonderful, most awesome PTSD Foundation guys are Mike and Gil and Shade and Mason. So they all take turns working with our students at the Victory Center. They're great. Our DAV claims rep is Mr. Al Lopez. He can be reached by email at sac.dav2018@gmail.com. And then Miss Sylvia, our VSOC, our Vet Success on Campus, she's able to be reached at 210-617-5300, extension 10221. And Miss Donna Stribling, our Vital Case Manager, can be reached at 210-324-7758. And all of those team members are waiting and ready to help serve our students.
Now, I noticed on the Veterans Affairs website, you have express certification, benefits certification. What is benefits certification?
Okay, so certification is what we do when we process those benefits and send that information to the VA to get the students' benefits paid to them. It's part of what we do. We send that information over to the college business office and get their bill coded so that they don't have to worry about making payment. We take care of all that for them and those benefits that pay the tuition. So we get all of that done. So normally, if we were in the Victory Center, we would be doing this all summer long, called Express Certification, where a student who's already been a student at SAC and has already used benefits with us at the Victory Center in the past would not have to make an appointment with their advisor if they didn't need to. They could just go straight to Express Certification, turn in their paperwork, and then know that we would get their benefits processed for them. Well, since we're not at the Victory Center, we are just kicking off our virtual Express Certification. And so what that looks like is a Zoom room, and we have that information on our webpage at alamo.edu/SAC/Veteran Affairs. So they can go into that Zoom and they can then be assigned to a breakout room, meet with one of our staff who is there to help them get their paperwork turned in. And so if they don't have to wait for an appointment with an advisor, they can just pop into the Express Certification Zoom. It's going to be working Monday through Thursday from at least 8 until 5. If I get enough staff for the summer that want to work till 7, then we'll keep it open until 7. But right now we're going to have it for sure from 8 to 5. And they just jump in that Zoom, get their paperwork turned in, and know that within a day or two, everything's going to be taken care of. Their bill's going to be covered. They're going to be submitted to the VA, and they're going to get their benefits on time.
Wow. So say a student is having trouble in one of their classes or problem with another student, any little problem, can they go to the Veterans Affairs?
Absolutely. Anytime a student has a question, has a concern, has anything that they need, all they have to do is contact us. We have all of our advisors. We have our advising team lead, Ms. Rose Marino. We have Mr. Ken Ramelli, my VA coordinator, and myself. We advocate for the students. They can talk to us. They can come to us and let us know what their concerns are, what their needs are. We're going to help find them exactly what it is that they need. If they're having a problem with another department or with, another service on campus, and we just need to kind of run interference or advocate for them in any kind of way, we're going to be there to take care of them. So they can get a hold of us on our webpage. All of our email addresses and phone numbers are there. We all have our work phone numbers transferred to our Google Voice accounts that are transferred to or attached to our cell phones. So they can call our work numbers as listed on our webpage and get a hold of us, and we're going to be there to take care of them.
Wow. It sounds like a VIP gold member on campus. It sounds, wow, you really rolled out the red carpet.
Well, I really do believe so, because all of the folks on my team are either veterans themselves, they are family members of veterans, or they are individuals who have a passion for serving those who served us so well, right? And the majority of my folks, we're there. We're not going away. We're burning the midnight oil. We're taking care of business. We're so very busy. this is, a difficult time, but we're here to help them and see them through it and just make sure that they get everything they need so that their education will be continued, so that their benefits will continue to be paid and show up in their bank account when they need them to, just so that they can be assured that all those things that they need are still taken care of in the same way.
Awesome. Very nice. So the website is alamo.edu/SAC/Veterans Affairs. And you have many different links on there for advising hours, walk-in visits, the Tuesday Zoom room advising, hours of operation. Really nice website, stacked full of information.
And adding more all the time.
I can imagine. Bookstore Guidance.
Yeah, so the bookstore information, right? Our vocational rehabilitation students, which is a different benefit, that particular program buys all of their books and supplies for them. And so because they can't go to the SAC bookstore to purchase their books and get their supplies, we have that information on the webpage. So all they have to do for our vocational rehabilitation students is click on that link, and that's going to tell them everything they need to know to be able to get their books. The bookstore is going to put together their book order and they're going to ship it to them FedEx. So they don't even have to come to campus and pick them up.
Wow. That is amazing. And let's talk a little bit about, so you were in armed services.
Yeah, Mustard. I was in the Navy for 21 years. And while I was in the Navy, I was a chief personnel specialist. So what that translates to in the real world is HR, kind of, right? So I did pay and benefits while I was on active duty. Go figure, what am I doing now? Taking care of veterans and their pay and their benefits, right? After I retired, I taught school at the high school level. I taught special education for 6 years. And then I got into higher education with veteran services. I started at Del Mar College in Corpus Christi. When I left Del Mar, I was there for about 5.5, 6 years, and I went to the Texas Veterans Commission, and I was actually the director of veterans education for the state of Texas for about a year. And I decided that I'm just not quite politically correct enough for government work. And I really missed what I consider to be my niche in the community college area. And so I just happened to open up the Alamo College's webpage one day, and I saw this job advertisement for a Victory Center director, and it's talking about a one-stop shop, and that was exactly what I wanted to do. And I was very fortunate. Dr. Alcorta and Dr. Vela saw fit to bring me on board, and I've been here for about 2.5 years, and we've added a lot of services and really streamlined things for our students. And I just really, it's just such a great, wonderful, thriving place. The folks that work at SAC VA are the best. I have the team of the best professionals that you could ever imagine. It's such a joy. Every day we get on Zoom at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we say good morning to each other, and we just get started off together to start our day. Every afternoon, we Zoom again at 4:30 to wrap it up and make sure that we're all sharing new ideas to take care of our students.
Teamwork.
It's the best, and they are the best.
That's amazing. And being that, all veterans over there, no wonder, yes, y'all are meeting more than probably a lot of other departments on campus. And that's awesome, because that unity is there.
I really do feel like we have gotten closer throughout this whole process than we were before. So even when we get back, we're still going to do that. They don't know that yet, but yeah, we're probably still going to do that.
Awesome. All right. Well, Tammy Micallef, thank you for joining us today for Summer at SAC. Really appreciate it. Once again, the website is alamo.edu/SAC/Veterans Affairs, all one word. And check it out. Give them a call, send them an email, do a walk-in Zoom meeting. A lot of things happening. And we'll be here next week, so tune in for that as well. Thanks, Tammy.
Thank you, Mustard. Have a great day.